citizens pay capital gains tax when selling their homes in Hull, Goole, Yorkshire and Lincolnshire? This video covers legislation and best practices as of the 3rd of July, 25 in England. Laws may change, so please verify details to ensure they remain relevant time of viewing. As senior citizens get older and find themselves in situations where they have to sell their house. With moving there are lots of different issues, items to do and areas to cover. First of all, how do you know the right time? When should older people sell their homes? What about some of the costs, like capital gains tax when selling homes? Will they still be required to pay that? The good thing is that there is not always a large capital gains tax when selling homes, whether it is put up for sale by owner or if you choose to sell your parents' house for them. The capital gains tax when selling homes is contingent on certain factors. What is the capital gains tax when selling homes? Anyone who sells any capital asset needs to understand the taxes involved. It's not just about houses though. According to the government, nearly anything you own is a capital asset, even if you didn't purchase it as an investment. Basically, if you sell something for more than you paid for it, you made a gain and you should report that profit on your taxes. Certain factors exempt you from paying capital gains tax when selling a home, including, for example, 1. If it's your main residence. 2. It's a gift between spouses or civil partners. When should seniors sell their homes? Since residency can affect the capital gains tax when selling homes, when should seniors sell their homes? For those seniors who have moved from their house to a care home, they have 3 years to decide whether or not to sell, before they have to pay capital gains tax on any gain. Do I need a power of attorney to sell property belonging to my parents? The next question would be, what legal right do you have to sell someone else's property, and do you need a power of attorney to sell a property that is not technically yours? The easy answer is yes. In most cases, you will need to have power of attorney to sell property belonging to your parents. How do I get started to sell my parents' house? Once you have made the decision to sell your parents' house, you may have a lot of questions about how to get started. You may consider talking to an estate agent or putting it on the market yourself. You have options other than going through an estate agent. You can put it up for sale by owner if you want to coordinate the sale. Or you can consider selling your parents' house for cash. Can I advertise my parents' house as for sale by owner? If you don't want to sell the house fast, you could advertise it for sale by owner. First, make sure you have all the paperwork in place and that you can legally handle the transaction. However, it can be a difficult endeavor to try to sell a house yourself. You will be responsible for everything from advertising, to vetting potential buyers, to viewings, to completing all the paperwork. Is there a way I can sell a house fast? If you need to sell your parents' house fast, there is a way to do that. A property investor buys property that can be resold for a profit. They will look at your parents' house and make an offer. They will pay you cash for it and then complete all the paperwork. It is the best way to sell a house fast and without any hassles. Perhaps one of the best things when selling your parents' house for cash is that you do not have to do anything to get it ready for sale. Any other type of home sale and you will have to make repairs and do all kinds of work to get it ready to show, and then to sell. When you are selling your parents' house for cash, you literally do not need to do a thing. It is an as-is purchase. This means the investor will take it as it is. It's the fastest way to sell a house and the least amount of hassle.